maybe I wouldn't have written melodies like that had I not had that influence of learning some of those beautiful Irish tunes.
I mean, the big danger for us as having him as a bushwhacker, there were all these people who said to us, oh, don't do that, he'll overpower you.
That's always the thing with Tommy. You share the stage. You don't, if you're the lead vocalist, that ain't the ball game. You share the stage because you can't not notice him. And I think he went from there from Dragon. So you can see it's going rock and roll, really rock and roll.
Well, the first song we did with Tommy was Dreams of Ordinary Men in America with Todd Rundgren. And then what happened? Oh, bits and pieces of all sorts of things after that. We toured a lot with them. It was mainly live work at that stage of it.
How I joined the band was an interesting story. They sent me a live tape, but it didn't get to me on time. And it was like the first show with Dragon was a Sunday, and it was at Merimbula RSL Club, out of town, somewhere where we could get kind of going. There was no rehearsals. They sent me a live tape, and the tape got to me Friday afternoon. So I had Saturday to learn the show. And I had a gig in Brisbane with Phil that night, and then I flew down to Sydney and then on to Merimbula and did the show unrehearsed, no rehearsal.
As a band, we never rehearsed. You know, it wasn't that sort of band, I'm afraid.
Touring with Dragon was a great experience. Again, I love their songwriting, I love their songs, and when the band, well, actually the band always played well. When Mark was on, when he was having a good night, there was nothing like it. It had such power.
What happened, we toured with Tina Turner for a long time, and then we just all came back in different directions, and Don went off to America, and I didn't see everyone for a few months, and it did seem to me by that time that he really should be, you know, solo. It was just wasn't fair or right that it was in the context of a band, you know.
I think it was in the period when I was still in Dragon that I started to think about a solo career. When the band came off the road, I had another band playing instrumental music, and Rick Price was the lead singer.
I remember one night at a friend's place at a party. It was really the first time that I'd ever seen him play up close, you know. And he just had, you know, I think it was my guitar he even picked up and started playing it. And it was a blowout. It was that whole sort of harmonic thing, you know. Just beautiful little things like that. That to me is the trademark of Tommy's acoustic playing. And, you know, of course the...
Oh, I banged the microphone. Sorry, Mike. And doing all that.
I've always been a fan of rhythm, you know, and I think it's really crucial to learn rhythm and the fundamentals of rhythm before you start getting into all the Italy-Ernie stuff, you know. And Tommy's a master at both, but he's a real king at rhythm guitar.